Let's wait a minute before we get rolling here because I'm a little afraid to start too early because I do want to give people time to get up in here. This is important. This is important stuffs. Alright, I'm gonna wait a couple minutes, give everybody some time to join up in here. Just so, because this is important stuff, you know. I'll show the combine stats real quick. Lonnie Ellis, what an athlete. Mitchell Bennett. You got to think about Mac Wright when you're talking about a vertical man. Dalton Connect, you're not that fucking strong. Okay. Christopher Sims. Matt Farmer. Lou Chapman. Christopher Sims again. Garrett Baldwin. Okay, and pre-draft workouts, we're not looking at that. Anyways, I'm going to show some stuff about the rookies before we start this class. I think I can do that here. If not, you're about to get flashed. I'll show you all the prospects. So, one important thing to note here when looking at these prospects, they are not in order of better player. Zach Edey and Terrence Shannon at the top. I haven't edited their overalls yet because when you have them in, like, when you have to do it here in the scouting thing, you can't, like, quick edit their overalls. You have to go in and manually edit everything, and you can't see what overall they are until you back out. So it's a really tedious process, and it's so much easier just to wait for quick edit. So that's what I'm doing. So I would definitely base your picks on the mock draft that was posted. Do not base them on who's where right now. I'm going to show you real quick a look at all of the real guys that are in here. I got most of them in, honestly. There's not a lot of, there's some AI, but I think there's still more down here that are just really low. Oh. Maybe not. Okay, that might be all, yeah. Anyways, if you say a guy that's on the mock and he's not available, then we'll just pick somebody else. Nothing to it. Alright, Christopher Sims. Let's go to the scouting report. Got Damon Stoudemire, all-star potential. Mike Dunleavy, bench potential. Best outside shooter in the draft. We saw that at the combine. Could potentially create for himself, but just needs a better handle. Changes direction with ease, is really agile. So he's a little shifty, can shoot the ball. You know, if he can not turn it over as much, get a better handle, he'd be good. Not a great finisher, though. Okay. Drew Hickman, All-NBA ceiling from Hickman here. But also has Big Pert. That's not Big Pert. Is it? That ain't Big Pert. Why did I forget Kendrick Perkins' name for a second, low-key? Hauser to develop into something special. Boxes out well and finds a way to pull on difficult rebound. Looks to have some ability with regard to getting steals. Not a lot of wiggle off the bounce. So he's unathletic. An unathletic power forward, 6'8" power forward, but apparently he has all NBA upside. And there's Josh Cook with starter bench potential player comp. Good at holding the ball while attacking, finds his own shots, a very slow mid-range shooting ability, jumps all the way out of the gym, elite vertical leap for a shooting guard / small forward. It's pretty solid. No significant weaknesses. Eric Anderson with Elvin Hayes potential. Okay. Good, but not great. Immediately off the bat after all NBA potential. Pickpocket ability at this stage of... good, but not great pickpocket ability. Knows when to hit the boards, pulls down a fair amount of rebounds. Can both contest and block shots at an above average level. Doesn't have much three-point shooting ability, which he is a power forward. Can hit an occasional midi if he's left wide open. Carl Bridges, Wayne Embry, all NBA ceiling, Bill Cartwright bench floor. Has a nice shooting form, hits mid-range shots regularly, good leaper, helps him crash the boards, good on-ball defender, can get some steals here and there. Let's get out of a 6'10 center. Has difficulty staying in front of his man, agility isn't there. So athletic, but just not super agile, because I said he could jump out the gym. So we've got a lot of them don't say they don't have any stats either, but oh well. Will Wagner, starter potential, has potential to be something in the league. Fundamentally sound low post defender, gets the job done. Shows promise as a shot blocker without any significant weaknesses. Jimmy Hansen has an all-star potential. Known to distribute the ball to his teammates regularly. Is a good low post scorer. Fundamentally sound low post defender and gets the job done. No significant weaknesses. We only got a couple more we'll go through here. All-star potential. Boxes out well and finds a way to pull down difficult rebounds. Is a reliable scoring option when posted up. Seems sturdy. Don't think the NBA strength will bother him. No significant weaknesses either. We'll look at this guy. Starter potential. Just gonna show a couple of these real quick. See if we catch it. All-star potential. Otis Birdsong. Knows how to help out teammates when needed. Excellent on-ball defender. Shows a good amount of upside. Be patient and he can develop. So this guy's definitely a project player. Yeah, I don't remember any of these guys. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do there. And now we're gonna move on to the draft. Real quick though, I need to unselect these AI teams. No, the Bulls aren't AI. The Bucks aren't AI either. What am I doing? Sixers, Pelicans, Heat, Hawks. Grizzlies aren't AI. Knicks are AI. Lakers AI. Mavericks aren't AI. Nets aren't AI. Spurs aren't. Rockets are. Raptors are. No, they're not anymore. Pistons are. I think I'm good now. Minnesota is. Yeah. I got them all by memory. Let's get this rolling. I totally forgot about the Knicks. I forget they have a GM. If he gets on, then I'll switch him. Yeah, actually, I was gonna announce that. Next season, since we'll be past like the real life point, the relocation and rebranding is available. So, basically, if you hold up, let me DM him real quick. But rebrands will kind of be anybody's. Like, if anybody wants to rebrand jerseys, that's what I was about to say. Brooke, sorry, I put you as AI. I'm gonna if you're on when your pick, not when if you're on, you're gonna be on for your pick, I'm assuming. So when your pick gets here, the AI is gonna pick somebody, but I will let you trade that player for another pick. Like if you have somebody else that you like, so no big deal. You will get to make your own pick. Don't think the AI is gonna just box you in there. I had an aneurysm trying to get that out, so I was not trying to do two things at once. All right, the Thunder are gonna select Ron Holland. He's not out of high school, but it's fine. I didn't edit a lot of their stuff. I just threw this one together. Golden State's on the clock. See, so for those who just joined us and didn't see all this stuff at the beginning of the screen, ignore the overalls. I pretty much just wanted to get the names here. Some of these guys came from like people who were doing actual college leagues. Terrence Shannon Jr. is not going to be an 87 overall, 51 badges. It's just super tedious for me to get in there and lower every one of them. So whatever overalls you see here is not accurate. Use the mock draft when you make your picks. Do not think you're getting 87 overall Terrence Shannon Jr. or 86 overall Zach Edey. I'm just going to clarify that now. I'm going to try and say it repeatedly throughout the stream. But dear God, do not think you're getting a all-star caliber player right out of the draft. You're not. Um, I'm not getting a response right now. Since we don't, I'm just gonna kind of take best available for everybody since this is kind of a shitty class. Till we get to the AI, I'm just gonna take over to the top of the screen because I don't know these AI. I mean, these are literally 2K's AI. I just replaced them like for example, when I put in DJ Burns is in here somewhere. But when I put DJ Burns in, I replaced one of the AIs towards the back of the draft because I know DJ Burns is gonna be a late first at best. Um, But when I put like Stephon Castle in, I replaced a really highly ranked AI. That way, you know, it's equal. But yeah, he ain't answering, so we're gonna take him, Stephon Castle, just 'cause he's next up on the list. Cause this has been a weird draft. Um, Everybody's kind of had a bad thing. Terrence Shannon Jr. See, I feel bad for the AI, cause AI is gonna get fucked there, but he has good potential. He'll be good. Pick 4. The Thunder already told me that they wanted Donovan Clegan. They could have paired up Castle and Clegan. That would have been funny, but I think Ron Holland was the right pick. Grizzlies are on the clock. Let me ping him. And then DM him. Reminder for those of you who are just joining us. Zach Edey is not Isaiah Collier, however you say his fucking name. He's not an 83 overall. I'm illiterate today for some reason. But yeah, ignore the overalls. Ignore the way that they're sorted because I'm gonna go in and fix them, but I'm gonna have to do it all after they get drafted. The badges, everything. Ignore it because they're all getting fixed. As soon as this ends, I'm gonna do free agency too, so we can get that rolling. Probably do first eval tomorrow, next one in the morning Saturday, and then one in the afternoon or late night Saturday, and then hopefully start season Sunday. But that's ambitious, and usually when I get ambitious, it never ends up happening. But we'll see, we'll see, we'll see. Well, I was saying earlier that I cut myself off. Oh yeah. In 2025, in next offseason, they're taking Zachary. Where's that shit? Celtics. No, Greg, it's not on roids. Hold up. There's going to be a change because I completely fucked this up. I totally forgot. PPP had already DM'd me that he wanted Jared McCain. So, and I completely forgot it. It's my fault. I fucked up. I'm gonna give him Jared McCain. Stephon Castle's back on the board. I'm about to get in contact with the Grizzlies dude and let him know he can have Castle if he wants. Alright, so what's about to happen is we're about to cook up a massive 3-team deal. The Celtics. These won't really do. We'll wait until somebody drafts. Ricochet. Yeah. It'll be handled. It'll be handled. They're gonna. Yeah, but it's handled. Whatever. You guys do it. Yeah. You're the sucker. They're not answering me though, so they are gonna take. I think Reed Shepard was next up in the list, anyways. Where are you at, white man? If not, if I can't find his ass, I'm just gonna give him Rob. I know he's in here somewhere. He was just low down here. There he is. Timberwolves took Rob. Raptors are on the clock. I think the guy that did the Raptors left the server. Well, they're back to being AI, so that's funny. That happened. I think their guy left. Shame. Shame on him. Guess he was just mad they sucked. Yeah, he's... No, I thought you had a pick. Let me see. It's in ESPN. You are... Yeah, you're pick 12. Talking to the Jazz, by the way. Okay, well this is awkward. Now I gotta make their pick too, based on what the mock draft says. Like I said, I'm giving everyone best available. They are getting Emoni Bates. Had a couple AI picks. Wish people were on making picks. It always goes so much faster when people are making picks, and I have to pick for everybody. David was just on a minute ago, but you can never trust what David does, so we'll see how this goes. I'm gonna go ahead and queue up that if he doesn't get on, he is going to take Dalton Connect. So apparently, who is also jacked for whatever reason. So no response equals Dalton Connect. I'm gonna give him not that long because I have things to do. So, and I think Dalton Connect would be the best thing here because Jared McCain is not really there. Jared McCain's off the board. That's just kind of a placeholder for Zachary Ricochet from WWE at this point. I guess he's a AEW guy. All right, Wizards. You're on the clock. There's still some good guys left, like Collier. Who's the next up on the draft board? Cleggan's gone. Connect's gone. Matas Buzelis. He's next up. And there's also Edie, who is not that overall. And then there's the Frenchman. He's gonna take Matas. Pelicans. I kind of figured they would do that, but that's not even a bad pick there. Utah is on the clock, and I'm pretty sure he's on the stream too. So this should be a quick little pick. Right now, I think the best available is technically the Frenchman / Jared McCain. I wonder if can you trade players to players that you just drafted during the draft? I'm gonna look real quick because I do what I want. Nope, they cannot. I don't think. If you see in cast, well, whatever. If anyone wants to clarify, if anyone wants, Jared McCain is not actually on the board right now. Jared McCain is a placeholder for Ricochet or whatever his name is. I don't like French people. You spelled debacle. That's a funny word. I'm gonna use it. Debacle. Basically, what happened is the Warriors sent me in a queue, and they wanted McCain at pick 2. So I took Castle because I didn't see that and they weren't online. But then he DM'd me and reminded me about it, and I was like, oh shit, my bad. So I then picked McCain for him, but I can't go back and redo it until after the draft. And I had to give. That doesn't mean Castle's on the board either because the Grizzlies wanted Castle, but that was because they had picked 3. I didn't find out that I fucked up until I picked 4 or 5. So Basically, this is Zachary Ricochet from. I'm just gonna call him Ricochet from WWE because I don't know how to spell his name or say his name. Not a bad pick though. Where's he at? Hey, by the way, like I said too, what are you doing here? You already exist, you asshole. You're getting the death penalty. When this stream ends, that guy's dying. Where'd you go? I know he's here somewhere. Did that just say Curry? I know I didn't just see Stan Curry. Oh, that's how you should sound with one of those black dudes. You can't LMNOPQRS. Sometimes I have to say the ABCs to myself when I'm finding things, cause I have to do that, and you're not gonna judge me for it. Where is the SAR at? I know I had him in this fucking thing. I'm not crazy. But there's no SAR there, right? So I'm going to take a random guy whose last name starts with an S. This is a weird draft class, guys. You're going to have to bear with me sometimes because he should have been here. Well, Dwayne Scott Grayson is going to be the placeholder for Alexandre Char. Or Alexander Char. I don't know how you say his fucking name. He's French. I hate French people. Or Kurt Alexander is. How about that? Because they kind of have the same, last and first name. Anyways. Pacers are on the clock. He's not online. So that means he's probably going to have to take somebody else, which is going to be Ricochet from WWE. We can't trade him now, so he's just going to get McCain. Spurs, skip him. They take Collier. Back to the Wizards. And I know that's who he wanted to. I know he's going to be pissed as soon as he sees that. I just have a feeling that's who he wanted. I don't quite know, but I do have a feeling. There we go, yep. He's pissed. Well, Jacoby Walter's still there. He's not bad. There's flip. And there's a bunch of guys down here. This guy, don't pick him because I'm going to kill him when he gets off. Yeah, I don't care what his thing says. He's dying. Your only real options here are looking that are real human beings. Or you're looking at, yeah. So there's Filipowski, Jacoby Walter. I think Keyshawn George is on here somewhere from Miami. But I also thought fucking Alexander Sarr was on here. And he wasn't, so who knows what I know. I don't know anything. There's two Georges. Or there's one, no, just one George. And it's not Keyshawn George. Well, whatever. The fuck is he on the draft twice? He's at 18 and... Okay, whatever. Well, he's taking flip. Nuggets... So I am voting that we ban the Nuggets from the draft because they are so good at basketball that they just don't even get to pick. And so for that reason, they are going to take Jimmy No. I think they're going to take the guy that looks like he's the worst at basketball that we can find. And they're never... Yep. So if they don't get on, they're getting Brian here. The ball hawk. Or yeah, so vote in chat now. Do we give the Nuggets Brian Gibson? Or oh, the Nuggets are on. Damn it, because I think they're gonna have to cut this guy anyway. Let me look at the roster. Last year they had to cut pretty much all their rookies. No, I guess they could have cut this fucking guy. They got saved. Well, I'll tell you what. Somebody in this draft, even if it's at pick 30, uh, we're gonna put somebody is going down with Curry, Aisha Curry's baby, from her baby daddy. So he doesn't have Steph's. He doesn't actually have Steph's genes in him, but his last name is Curry, and he's very black. He's dark skinned, and then somebody's gonna get. Where's he at? Brian. Brian. Brian looks like his nose is going to swell up and fall off his face. Alright, Nuggets take Big Drew. Big Drew Hickman from Texas A&M. Jacoby Walters off the board. There's nobody real left. Let's blow through these. Jared Duncan. Lonnie Ellis. Celtics are up. He didn't even get on and respond to his last pick. He's getting Josh Cook. Suns are on the clock. Greg was here earlier, so we're going to have to pause. Greg, you have 3 seconds to lock in your pick, or you are going to get, what's his face? Brian. Brian and his nose, his big nose, his clown nose, will be on your team. 5, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 5, 4, 3, 2. He was on the stream a second ago. I mean, come on. He can have Jimmy. Jimmy. I don't want to give. We got to give a team that deserves it, Brian. Brian only deserves. We could have Aisha Curry's baby. Is he online? He was here a second ago. And he's on his phone. Well, he's gonna have to make his mind up because it's not looking good right now. Don't ask me questions because I don't know anything. So, yeah, I don't know what's happening. Yeah, anyways, he's getting Jimmy, so, sorry. You got somebody. I don't remember. Anyways, you're back up on the clock. Christopher here's not a bad pick. He's supposed to be good, isn't he? Yeah, he good. He good selling. Eric Anderson. The good but not great. And Big Carl. Carl's pretty good. If you want Kaishman George, you can take him. I'll give you Matt. You can take the farmer and I can just put him in there because I already have so much other shit to do. Actually, I'll tell you, you can fucking take if that's who you want. You can take Pau Gasol Jr. so that I can wipe him off the face of the earth to never be seen or heard from again because he already has a son. The execution. Okay, you want him to be privately murdered? Now I feel like we're going into like this was a mistake. He shouldn't be here to like mafia type of stuff, like dark web things. We're kind of venturing. Okay, so we are going to sacrifice Pau Gasol Jr. to the devil to create Keyshawn George or Keyshawn George in this universe. So that's cool. So there's that. Um, Blazers are on the clock. And you know, I like Carl Bridges. What happened to the other guy? What's his fucking face? The shooter. Well, he's gone. I don't know what happened to him. He was just here. Okay, well, Carl's good. He had good. Yeah, he had all NBA. He had some good things about him. What? The devil is here. Is kind of what I'm picking up on. Because see, I knew this fucking guy was in this draft. This is not my, and I knew this guy was in the draft. None of this is my fault. The devil is here, and he is doing things to us. Because these guys should be in the fucking draft, and they're not. The devil it's Josh Cook is gone now too. I don't even, I'm at a loss for words because you guys can see what I deal with now because it's happened live on stream and I can prove it. I know a lot of times I say the game glitches out and does some bullshit. It does. I don't even know how it does half the stuff it does because maybe the devil lives in my PlayStation. But there's some fuck shit that goes on with this game and it's not always my fault. When some weird stuff happens, y'all think I don't do what I say I do, or like I didn't put this in or didn't put this trade in. Sometimes this game is on some weird shit, and this is one of those times. It's the devil. What's a Gary, Indiana? No, I live in Yeehaw, Arkansas. I saw a comment about that the other day, but I didn't quite understand what that meant. So I don't know what the fucking sitch here is. Yeah, you take Carbridge is a good pick, anyways. That's who you want. He's good. He's gonna be good. Ben May, Derek Erickson. That's a fucking retarded name. Derek Eric. Derek Eric. Yeah, that was stupid. Yep. Well, I'm gonna shoot myself, so I can't say that, can I? With a squirt gun. Okay. So the Mavs are on the clock. He's not online, and we are so late in this draft, and none of these guys are real people. Half of the people that are real are dead. The Devils killed them. Okay, yeah, I've seen that. That makes sense. The Devil is now, for some reason, or Tyrese Halliburton is sacrificing people from this draft class because they keep disappearing left and right. We've got fucking Alex Sarr and Keyshawn George in the upside down. And now, here's what's going to happen. We're going to kill Pau Gasol Jr. to make the timeline correct. This is all Kobe's fault. pretty much in this timeline, Kobe is a massive Satanist. Is pretty much what I've decided, and he is a witch, and he's been cursing everyone because he's cursed every one of his fucking teams, and now people are dying. And you know what? It just seems a little fishy to me that Kobe Bryant's alive and everyone else is disappearing. So they're gonna take this guy. Knicks will just get whoever. Magic, I know. See? The devil. This is the devil. The fucking, and it's the Magic. The Magic have some black magic shit to get Christopher Sims here. See, they're doing some magic. Their name is the Magic, and this is a weird, is Sar here? He would be at the top if he was at this point in the draft. Dang, boys, what are y'all barking about? It freaked me the hell out. The devil's at my door right now is what's happening. Let's skip these two and let's get the fuck out of here, man. Appreciate y'all. I'm gonna fix all this stuff up. Love y'all. Thanks for watching. I'll post free agency or stuff here in a second, and hopefully fix the devil or the demon that is killing people in this draft class. We'll bring him back. So see y'all.